Good morning, everybody. Anthony Mitch here. Alright, if you haven't subscribed yet, subscribe to the channel. If you like this information, like the video, comment how you get value from this, and share with someone who needs to hear this. But today we're going to talk about playing with numbers, chapter 13, playing with numbers. What do you do when one of your frontliners, personally sponsored distributors, reaches a point where he or she doesn't need you anymore? Refer back to that from presentation number 9, chapter 10. You are now free to sponsor someone else and work a new line. The definition of a line is when your distributor's organization is at least 3 levels deep. Instead of wondering who you are going to bring into your business, you now get to make a choice. Out of all the people you have met while working down group with your first 5 serious distributors, you now get to select one who will have an opportunity for early retirement. It is exciting to realize that you can select someone who will get this opportunity. You carry a lot of power when you totally understand and believe this principle here. Now you have 6 serious distributors in your front line. Point out the difference between 5 and 6, which is of course 1. Okay. The difference between 5, 25, 125, the difference 6, 36, 216, 111, 91. It's the difference. Just 1. Continue down group 6 times 6 equals 36. 5 times 5 equals 25. The difference between 36 and 25 is 11. Do it one more time. 5 times 25 equals 125. 6 times 36 equals 216. And the difference between 216 and 125 is 91. Your presentation at this point should now look something like this. What I just showed you. All programs that have breakaways will pay well beyond 5 levels, and most uni-level programs will pay down 7 levels. Continue down line with the with the multiples of 5 to the 7th level. Your presentation should now look like this. Going down 7 levels. Numbers get kind of big. This presentation is easy to learn. Notice how when you get to 125 in the level column, the last 3 digits alternate between 125 and 625. This will continue no matter how many levels you go down. So all you have to remember is 3, 15, 78. At this point in the presentation, you suggest to your distributors that they complete the calculations on their own. In other words, multiply 216 by 6, which is 1,296, and subtract 625 from it. That is a difference of 671. Continue this process down to the 7th level. The impact will be much greater if you have them do it themselves. Ask this question. What do you think the answer will be at the 7th level? Let them guess. Most of them will not even come close. The difference at the 7th level is over 200,000, 201,811 to be precise. Your presentation should now look like this. Some big numbers. Just work on one extra person. Obviously, 201,811 is quite a difference. You could mention to your distributor that when people understand this, they can see the importance of working down group. Why be concerned with having so many in your front line? You couldn't work with them anyways. Besides, sponsoring too many in your front lines gets you involved in a game we call adding and subtracting. I would much rather play the game of multiplication called network marketing. All you have to do to play this game is teach your people to go 3 deep. When you teach them to go 3 deep, you will actually end up 5 deep. For example, my name is Don, and I sponsored Steve. I say to Steve, when getting a new person started, the most important thing you can teach to them is to make sure when they sponsor someone, get them 3 deep as soon as possible. Okay? We got Don, Steve, Pam. Before they even know it, this will automatically bring napkin presentation number 9 on motivation into play. Steve is a good student. When he sponsors Pam, he helps her and supports her downline, making sure she works 3D. This is a variation from napkin presentation number 2 and should look like this. What I just showed you. Now count the depth. You have 5 levels below you. You taught Steve to make sure his pupils are 3D. Steve will now teach his pupil what you taught him, and you will go even deeper. Can you see now why teachers do so well in network marketing? When most salespeople get started building an organization, they think it's a sponsor business. Actually, what it is a sponsor and teach business. That's a very important difference. Important. You will never make it in network marketing until you teach someone else how to make it. If you continue your presentation showing the difference between 5 and 6 to the 4th level, you would have 1,296 minus 625 for a difference of 671. The total of the difference through the first 4 levels would be 774. Your total distributors on the left side would be 780, and the total on the right side would be 1,554. Your presentation would now look like this. Getting bigger there. Alright. You are now on your own. Multiply 780 or 1,554 times 10 friend customers, and add the friend customers to the distributor customers. Now multiply the total by 50 per month, $50 per month, and then multiply the results times 12 months. Remember, I'm not even considering the wholesale buyers. Now can you see how one could retire in 1 to 3 years? You couldn't do a sponsoring why without going deep. See? 5 people, 6 people. Distributors, bring customers, total customer count, add your distributors to it, total customer, times, hell, $30 a month. Gives you kind of big volume. That's how you're retire in 1 to 4 years. 1 to 3 years. As you may have noticed, this presentation is a continuation of napkin presentation number 1. We want you to see the potential your business has as your initial recruits take off and are able to stand on their own. It's huge. Alright, that finishes up chapter 13. And if you can't tell, if you do what is necessary and follow the principles laid out in this simple system, you're guaranteed to have success. You're going to have to educate other people so they can understand that there's a potential to have a better quality of life by following the system and getting involved in network marketing. Like I said at the beginning of this video, subscribe to the channel, like the video, comment if you see the potential in the numbers. Share this with someone who needs to see the potential in the numbers so they can start working towards one in their life. Y'all be great.